Everybody is seeking victory in life. Nobody wants to be defeated and destroyed in life. So if you want to be victorious in life, this talk is about how to win over in life. Now you have to realize, first step is you have to realize who are your friends and who are your enemies. Because friends will support you and the enemies will work towards your destruction. So all of us have enemies and friends. The nature of the world is, even if you don't do anything, there will be enemies. Ajata Shatru. That's the nature of the world. For no reason, people become your enemies. Individually and collectively, everybody has friends and enemies. That holds true for your country also. Your nation has some friends, your nation has some enemies. Just like now India is facing some threats for no reason, no apparent reason. There is aggression on its borders. What can you do? This is a nature world. You got to fight it out. Simple. So there are many enemies. Now it's very important to mark and take note of your enemies than your friends. You know why? Because your friends may or may not do good for you, but there are higher chances of your enemy harming you. Make sense? So you have to monitor the movement of your enemy. Now we are talking here of, now we come to the point of your real enemy. There are many enemies you may have, but there is an enemy you are not taking note of. And that is lurking inside you, the enemy within. There is enemy within and there are enemy outside. It's just like in a family, you have an enemy. Enemy within is more dangerous than an enemy outside. So, among all your enemies inside and outside, who is your greatest enemy? So, if Vedic literatures are to be considered, the greatest enemy for you is your mind. You don't have to go out really search out enemies so much when you compare to this enemy lurking inside you, the mind. The mind, when the mind is uncontrolled, when the mind is not under your control, it is the greatest enemy. And if you can take control of your mind, it is the best friend. So very dangerous. People just, when they have an uncontrolled mind, you see how many crimes take place, how people ruin at the peak of moment, how it just one step and it just ruins their entire life, their career. So Bhagavad Gita in the 6th chapter, Udhred Atmanatmanam Natmanam Avasadayet Atmeva hi Atmano Bandhur Atmeva Ripuratmanah. That Lord Krishna is advising Arjuna, Arey bhai, with the help of mind, let your life progress. Don't degrade with this mind what you have got here. Don't degrade yourself, please. The mind is your friend. The conditioned, Arjuna is playing the role of a conditioned. Mind is your friend, but mind is your enemy as well. That's Bhagavad Gita 6.5. Now, in the 6.6, if you consider, 6.6 is talking Bandhur आत्मात्मनस्तस्य येनात्मेवात्मना जितः अनात्मनस्तु शत्रुत्वे वर्तेत आत्मेव शत्रुवत्. Here the point I just mentioned, 6.6, Bhagavad Gita 6.6. For him who has conquered the mind, mind is the best friend. But one who has failed to do so, the mind will be the greatest enemy. So your great enemy is sitting inside. And we find in the case of Bhakta Prahlad, he was a 5-year-old boy, a devoted to God and humanity and all living beings. And his father was his enemy. Now, so the father said, that Vishnu is my enemy, and how come you are my son and you are speaking in favor of my enemy? Then what was his reply? Prahlad Maharaj. This is a very important verse. Srimad Bhagavatam 7-8-9. Very easy to remember. 7-8-9. 7th canto, 8th chapter, 9th verse. So what is Bhakta Prahlad is saying? Jaya suram bhavam imam tvamatmanah samam manodhat svanashanti vedvishah rite jitadatmanotpate sthita tadhi hi ananta shamahat samarhanam. So Prahlad Maharaj says, Rite jitadatmanotpate sthitat. Rite jitadat. Rite means without, devoid of. Jitadatmana. Conquered mind. Mind under your control. My dear father. He is talking from Mahabhagavata platform. For them, there is no friend and enemy. Because they are always in topmost, highest consciousness. They know whatever bad happens is my... so it's not a worldly platform, what he is speaking. But one point is very applies to all of us, and of course all his teaching applies to all of us. So he says, don't discriminate too much, because really speaking, in truth, other than your controlled mind, you don't have any other enemy, sir. So this is the teaching of Bhakta Prahlad. Now the final question before we end here. Then how come the mind is the enemy? Why? Why is the question? That's answered in the 3rd chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Mind is my enemy because mind is the sitting place of lust. Lust, the uncontrolled desires, kama. The lust for sense gratification, the lust for money, the lust for sex, the lust for fame, the lust for glory, the lust for accumulating everything, the lust for power. The mind is the sitting place, and it all begins with lust for sex life. As much as one is attached to sex life, that much lust will be lurking in his mind. So I'll just quote briefly these verses, the very important verses. Arjuna Vacha, that's 337. So Arjuna Vacha, atha kena priktoyam papam charati purushah aniksham api vashneya baladiva niyojita. Arjuna is asking, my dear Krishna, we don't want to do something wrong. But what is forcing us to do wrong things? There are people who are desensitized enough to do wrong things. But there are people who don't want, but they are forced. What is forcing us, my dear Krishna? So 337, Lord Krishna is replying, Sri Bhagavan Vacha, Kamesha, Krodhesha, Rajoguna, Samudbhava, Mahashano, Mahapapma, Vidyenam, Ihavarinam. Krishna is saying, my dear Arjun, this is lust. Then this lust, how does it is produced? From Rajo and Tamoguna. And this is the all-devouring sinful enemy of the world. And 338, he continues, there's 2-3 verses. Dhumena avriyate vahnir yatha drasho malena cha yathol banena vrto garbhas tatha tenedam avratam. So he says the fire is covering smoke, and mirror is covered by dust, and embryo is covered by womb. So similarly, we are covered by different degrees of lust. It's not that there are people with more lust, there are people with the less lust. So avratam jnanam etena jnanino nitya varina kamarupena konteya duspurena nalena cha. That, very important to understand this lust. Then one may say, well, better to do away with this lust, satisfy it. No, you cannot. The more you try to satisfy, the more it burns like a fire. You supply fuel to douse. Okay, for a second it looks like it has doused. It has got, it's finished. But no, again it flares up with a bigger force. So senses are lust. Lust of the senses is never satisfied. The more you try, the more it burns like fire. So so Indriyani Mano Buddhi said, then what is the solution? The solution lies in understanding Indriyani Mano Buddhi, that the senses, there is something called mind is higher, intelligence is higher, and the soul is higher. You have to come to self-realization, understand that I am not this body, I am the soul. So in 341 finally, in 342 also he says, Indrani Pranyaho Indriya Paramana Manasastu Parabuddhi Vyo Buddhi Parasastu Sa. And 343 finally he is suggesting Evam Buddhe Param Buddhva Samsthabhya Atmanam Atmana Jahi Shatra Mahabaho Kam Rupam Durasadam. That you understand. You are not this body. The serving of your senses is not actually serving your cause. You are the soul. And that's how right concept first you have to have in this. And then how to conquer lust finally. That is Chetan Chetamata Madhya 20-31. Krishna Sujya Sama Maya Hoy Andhakar. Jahan Krishna tahan nahi Maya Radhikar. You have to place the Lord within your mind. Save Mana Krishna Padar Vindyo Vachamsi Vaikuntha Gunanu Varnane. Save Mana Krishna. Hallowed be thy name. You have to place God, the Son of God, within your mind. That will dissipate the darkness of lust, which is your biggest enemy, which is your real enemy. And how to place the Lord within your mind by chanting His name. So here is the challenge, just 1 week challenge. Chant 108 times this mantra. Proof of pudding is in eating. The mantra is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I repeat, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Chant this and see within a week, if you've got a meter of the lust, you will see a drastic reduction in your meter. 10 minutes it takes. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Audibly chant this mantra. So this is the solution. That takes care of your biggest enemy.